My friends, this is a great time to become a channel member. Every week now I'm posting uncensored videos exclusively for my channel members, along with custom emojis and live streams for members at the Arch-Villain level where you get to talk to me directly. Please consider supporting this channel by clicking the link in the video description and joining us in our fight to save pop culture. And also, check out our Patreon and Subscribe-Star pages for exclusive content you won't find anywhere else, including Harvey Cthulhu's insane podcasts, photos of my vast toy collection, and members at the Legionnaire level receive a signed photo, membership card, and certificate signed by me. You'll find the Patreon link in the video description as well. Thanks for watching, my friends, and now on to the video. My friends, Fantastic Four First Steps will not be released until July, so judging it at this point is premature, but I think it's safe to say that so far, going off of trailers and ads and leaked scenes, the one reaction that is most associated with this movie right now is disappointment. Used to be, back in the day, trailers would often show you too much of the story, too many of the high points. The best parts of a movie would frequently turn up in the trailers in an all-out blitz to get you into theaters. The marketing department, after all, didn't give a shit if the movie was spoiled. Once they get your ass into a theater seat, their job is done. How the audience enjoys the movie once they're there is not their problem. Well, at this point, I think it's safe to say that Fantastic Four First Steps has not put the best parts of the movie in the trailer. If anything, it would have been nice if they'd put anything exciting into the trailer, anything at all to put some lead into this proverbial pencil. But what did we get instead? We get pregnant Sue Storm going on and on about family. No matter what comes, we'll face it as a family. We get a cooking class from meek and mild Ben, rather less than grim, in his mild Bob Ross voice. We get Johnny Storm just basically hanging around and being chill when he's not insulting his brother-in-law Reed for being a stiff. An odd charge to level against an Elastic Man, and we get a Silver Surfette special effect that isn't even a fraction as good as the Silver Surfer effects from what, 2007 in Rise of the Silver Surfer? When you're struggling to equal the CGI effects from 2007, you've got a serious problem, people. There was one flash of genuine excitement in any of the trailers, and that was seeing parts of Galactus, glimpses of this world-destroying demigod, and no matter what the rest of the movie turns out to be, at least we'll get to see Galactus in all his monstrous glory. An early screening audience member told my Hollywood agents that in an earlier cut, there wasn't much Galactus, that they pulled a Red Hulk on audiences, a blink and you'll miss him after all the hype and build-up kind of thing. Hopefully, Marvel is taking care of that alleged problem with these reshoots. They should put as much Galactus in there as possible. But the point I'm making here is the trailers have failed spectacularly, or should I say fantastically, to generate excitement for this movie. That said, yesterday on X, I caught a glimpse of some brand new footage of the Fantastic Four, and for the first time I was actually excited by it.
What? Are you shitting us, dude? You were actually excited by something from Fantastic Four First Steps? Did you get abducted by Feige? Forced to watch the trailers over and over again in a Clockwork Blue kind of way? See what I did there? Since the whole film is blue, get it? In short, are you now returned to us, a Manchurian Doomcock?
I understand how you might think that, Harvey Cthulhu, along with most of you in the audience questioning your sanity, checking the volume on your TV, asking, did I hear him right? But there's a hidden irony here I think you'll appreciate in a minute. Just bear with me for just a minute. So, the footage in question is of Giganto, one of Mole Man's monsters ripped right off the cover of Fantastic Four #1. And as you can see, it's a pretty damn good representation of that awesome creature, a classic example of a Jack Kirby monstrosity circa 1962. Then you see the Fantastic car zoom in and Sue, the Thing, and the Human Torch all rush into the fight.
No sign of Reed Richards as usual, but that's pretty much to be expected, since Sue Storm is the leader of the group now, and Reed is just this bland, sulky, boring guy who dances with a rainbow stick in his copious spare time.
Yeah, there was no Reed Richardson side in the footage I saw, which makes me wonder if Pedro Pascal has become such a liability due to his off-camera shenanigans, Marvel is opting to downplay him as much as possible. I certainly would. Anyway, I reposted the post containing the footage on X, and here's what I said. See? Now this is more like it. I wish they'd started off showing this in the trailers. Harkens back to Fantastic Four #1. Who knows? Maybe after the reshoots, the movie will be more like this? He asked hopefully, not expecting the answer to be yes. Plus, it seems better in Spanish, unquote. Well, guess what, folks? Turns out, this isn't from Fantastic Four First Steps. This is from a damn pizza commercial. As it turns out, readers added context to the post, and according to X, this is sourced from an upcoming Little Caesars promotional ad and is not final footage from the Fantastic Four First Steps. And, like I said, it's in Espanol.
So you're saying that the first sense of excitement you got about Fantastic Four was from a Little Caesars pizza ad in Spanish.
Featuring footage that isn't in Fantastic Four First Steps, yes.
This is like a whole new level of fail. I mean, the footage, when you see it in full motion, is kind of fakey and unconvincing in this ad, but it is a lot more fun than anything in the actual trailers.
That's exactly how I feel about it. Now, people reacted in a variety of ways to this repost, some of them asking if I was high, calling out the crude nature of the animation, others agreeing with me. Tom Connor said, there is something AI or fakey looking about it. Andy Masterson said Sue is still out sprinting Ben. She's gonna be the bestest girl boss ever. And Pedro is gonna be the Mansell in distress. Jamie McElhaney says Cuatro Fantásticos sounds a much better film. Aye, aye, aye. Brian Taylor says it still looks blue. Yes, you're right, Brian. Sadly, it still looks blue. Subtar Z says Marvel is limiting itself with humans and should go full animation. I agree. I think that would be a lot better approach at this point. God knows The Incredibles showed us how it should be done. And John Wright says straight from the cover of issue #1. Amen, John. Amen. In a subsequent post, I clarified why I like this footage so much, despite it being a bit rough. Quote, to be clear, I'm very well aware the footage itself looks fake and kind of rough, but I'd rather have Roger Corman-level comic book movie effects that are fun and goofy, rather than the soulless CGI crap like the Silver Surfette. Plus, I have a fondness for Kirby-esque monsters, unquote. Now, I think there's a good chance Giganto will be in the movie at some point. That's the silver lining on this cloud. Apparently, there's already some kind of comic book tie-in showing Giganto, but who knows what will make the final cut of the film. The real point I'm trying to make here is we should have seen this from day one, but Marvel refuses to think like fans do or is simply incapable of it. The tragedy of Marvel's output since Endgame is this. Everything they need to make exciting movies is already laid out for them. It has been all along for 50, 60 years now. There are more comic book stories piled up than they could ever do. Just give us a loving tribute to Fantastic Four #1, show us Giganto rampaging right off that iconic cover, and we're good. It's that damn simple. They could never run out of material if only they had the love and respect that we have for this source material. They would see that. The problem is, the only Marvel fans associated with Fantastic Four will be in the theaters watching it. And I, for one, wish I'd get a chance to watch El Cuatro Fantásticos instead. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.